Greetings, friends. Today is the day that we are adding siding onto our house. Yes, we're continuing our renovation and remodeling here. And for those of you who are new to our channel, we live in a yurt and we have been here for 6 years now. It's hard to believe that. And we're going into the next step of our renovation process to our yurt and adding siding onto it. So Lacie is on the low and she is moving the siding over from the storage area that we have over here, over to right in front of our house. Right here is pretty heavy. Lacie has the skills on this thing. Yep, right there is good. So perfect tractor driving there, girl.
Tractor girl.
There we go.
It again.
So Evan is here now, and we still need to figure out how we want to put the siding up. Do we want to run it vertically or horizontally? You have any pre-thoughts yet?
I don't know. Let's go down here and look.
All right. What is this?
Good morning. How are we doing?
All right. You say good morning, Mr. Evan?
Good morning, Mr. Evan.
Whenever I tell them you're going to come, they always get excited.
Well, I guess it's better than getting upset or something.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Evan's coming again. Man, let me give you a hand with that.
Upside down.
All right.
Does it look like that?
So I got to this point and I didn't put in a locking mechanism.
Okay.
I think it needs to be a little shorter, so we can cut that down.
So how, you
But
get her to come up in here like that and put the head in there?
Yep. If you want to put your head right.
So yeah, that's a lot better than bending over like you've been doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is the homework chair where you put your head in and work on your homework until you're all done.
We can make you stay focused. It's just like right there on your face constantly.
What do you think about that, Josiah?
Micah can do it.
Do you want to mix and match them?
That's what you and I had talked about before, but right now Lacie and I need to figure out, do we want to go vertically or do we want to go horizontally?
My whole thing is like, what's gonna be best just to keep water out? That's what I'm.
Probably vertically, just because if you're going horizontally, we could go. If they overlap, then horizontally would be doable, but they're pretty thick to be doing that. So I would lean towards vertical.
So if we do vertical, like what would we do in between? Would we like put anything in the seams or?
Look at that way. So that'd be really tight.
Yeah.
What I want you to do, I want you to use one hand to give me the screws and the other hand to.
But I'm holding the screw with the other hand.
You can put them there or something. So we decided to go with vertical for our siding, and we have 3 different sizes to choose from in our pile over there that we're recycling from. And we have a really wide one, which we decided not to use, a medium size, and then narrow. We have a mostly narrow ones, so we decided to go with a pattern. 2 narrows for a medium. An alternating pattern here, and it seems to be working out well.
Y'all are working hard out here.
Try.
Yeah, Josiah's helping out a lot.
Hello.
You're doing a great job.
Think it's starting to look like a real house now?
I sure hope so. I hope people don't look down here now and be like, what is that? People actually live there? Instead, I want them to say, that's beautiful. I want to meet the people that live there.
Hope so.
Hey, Dad.
Hello. Are you again?
So it's hard to believe that we've been here for 6 years. Actually, this month, June, is 6 years to the month that we have been on this property living here full time. And seeing this happen is amazing because we have been planning on doing this, putting a hard siding on the outside since the very beginning, and real windows as well. So how does that make you feel seeing this all kind of come to fruition?
It feels good, and to have a hand in each of the project in some capacity here has been interesting. It's been challenging at times, but it's also been character development too. But I still need to see things progress. Progress is good.
Progress, not perfection. That's one thing you always talk about, that we just got to start from somewhere, and we got started, and this is where we are now.
Yep, focus on progress, not perfection.
Well, I've been inside, right in here, looking out my brand new windows that we just got installed the other week, and I keep seeing out here some chickens that are out of the fence that shouldn't be out of the fence. I don't know if I can even find her now. Let's see if we can find the culprit. There she is, right there. This chicken is one of our escape artists. She likes to get out, even though her wing is clipped. That Selah has done that, but she likes to get out and get in here and get in my apothecary garden and eat things up. So I'm gonna try and get her back in the fence. This is poison ivy. Oh, that's where she's getting in and out. Well, I'm glad I came out here now, because we've been wondering how the chickens and ducks have been getting out. And now I know exactly the place that needs to be staked down. And I'm gonna have Selah do that in a little while because this is her flock of chickens and ducks that she takes care of. Well, while I have been inside editing a video, Evan and Mike have gotten a lot done. And I think it looks so good. I mean, it's so exciting. To see progress, it's so exciting. Here's some coolies showing up. Oh, look at this right here. We still have more to go. But it looks so good. Have you been helping over here?
Mm-hmm.
You have? You like to help?
Mm-hmm.
So far they have almost a quarter done of the siding. And I don't know, I'm getting so excited. And they're working on fixing our outlet that's outside. This is great. Thank you, Evan.
Oh, no problem.
So y'all are getting it done out here and it looks so good.
We're trying to get back on track. I threw Evan off with getting on my wild soapboxes that I was on there for a little bit. All my stuff on trying to take over the world and all the crazy conspiracies and everything else I'm into.
Well, people call us crazy for all sorts of reasons, so this just gives them another reason. No big deal.
I have all kind of crazy levels of crazy.
Well, since I'm out here now, what can I help you do?
We always love help, especially good help. So if we can maybe have, maybe you could help out with putting up the siding while somebody runs the saw. I'll probably run the saw and we'll just start putting them in place and just have a 3-person system. Mike has been doing a good job helping, but he could use a little bit of backup.
I can definitely do that. Being a laborer is probably one of my better qualities. I'll just do what I'm told. What you building?
Making this go on the wall.
You're making that go on the wall? Well, let's not screw it into the door. Is that okay? You like to build stuff? You do? Just like your poppy? Evan, were you like that as a kid? Did you like to build stuff?
I definitely was. I was probably a couple years after his age. I'd be building forts everywhere in the woods, and I never really stopped.
When I was a kid, we used to go up in the top of one of my grandfather's buildings in the back. You had to get a ladder to go up there, and my brother had brought his chemistry set up there. So it's probably a good thing that it didn't get burned down by some kind of chemical fire or something like that. We also had a hammock up there, so we'd climb up there and swing in the hammock. There were horses in the pasture behind there. I used to go back there and feed the horses too. Like, nothing like having a childhood where you can be outside and explore and build things, and just nothing like it. Were you like that as a kid too?
Like what?
Did you like to build forts and hang out outside and go do all kinds of stuff?
I love being outside. I'd take my G.I. Joes and be outside and play all in the dirt. I wasn't a big builder, except for like Legos and constructs, things like that. I'd build like spaceships and things like that, but I really didn't build a lot of forts and things. Can't say that I still like to build, really. I'm not really a builder, but it is neat to be hands-on projects like that and this and seeing things take shape. It is rewarding in that aspect, but I still don't consider myself a builder.
Well, what about you guys? Do you guys out there, do you enjoy building things? Did you run around in the woods and build forts whenever you were a kid? What was it that you did as a kid that you really think enriched your life in some way?
So as we're standing here, a story comes to mind, and a real story. It's not some make-up story. I don't know, how long ago was this? A couple years ago?
It was a few years ago.
During our homesteading adventures here, there was something going on with our power, electricity, and we come to look at the pole. I don't know if we heard a sound or something. Some of the details are a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
But what I do remember from the story is there was a raccoon right up there on this pole, and it had been fried. It had been fried.
It was up there, and it was like frozen. I mean, it wasn't moving or anything like that. And we went inside, and then a little while later we came outside, and I looked up there, and the raccoon wasn't there anymore.
It sure wasn't. And it was clearly like,
Yeah.
it had the hair sticking up and everything.
And then we looked all around the bottom of the pole. We looked everywhere, and the raccoon was not there.
But there was no trace of this raccoon, this zombie, wherever it is, zombie raccoon somewhere, but it was clearly electrocuted, and it was clearly gone from the pole that it was clearly attached to.
Yeah, yeah.
So
the craziest story ever, because we looked everywhere for that raccoon on the ground, and it wasn't like that much time had elapsed. It's not like something was going to come up and haul it off.
Believe it or not, Evan, this is a true story.
As we heard it. So I think I have a theory of what happened to this raccoon.
Okay.
So I think what happened was it was running along, climbed up there, bit into the wrong thing, and it just got sent to the next universe. Just went up through the time continuum.
That's right. It opened up and took the raccoon.
So that raccoon's on like Earth 466.
That's right.
A parallel universe.
BC.
Where raccoons are like people.
Oh.